Hi there, this is Kiria, the storyteller. I decided to start something called Tuesday 2 cents, and today I wanted to talk about my 2 cents regarding what people like to call nowadays as manifestation, quantum leaping, basically, actualizing whatever vision you have in your head. And I had this revelation this year that, whatever we want to manifest, whether it's financial or professional or relationship, we will always be at a deficit in our capability, in our tools, in our knowledge, in our wisdom to actualize this. And the reason I bring this up is because, just to give you a story, when I started playing the guitar, when I just started picking it up, I began to realize very, very quickly that, I would need years to get to play like the people I revere, And with years of struggling to get that discipline, to put in the time, I used to start fantasizing about entering this kind of unreal fantasy vortex place where I am in this place where that's not bound by time, and I'm just practicing and I have access to all these guitarists that I love and I am sinking in their wisdom, and then I come back, 2 seconds later having 10 years of practice or something. And it was just a random fantasy I always indulged in. And today I'm far better guitarist than I could have ever dreamt of being, yet still millions of light years away from where I want to be, which is both exciting and stressful. But I found myself making kind of like quantum leaps, jumping from one spot to the other and having gigs where I'm playing things that are far beyond my level, or coming up with ideas and composing things on the same instrument, and not knowing how I'll manage to do it. And I look at my life and all of the things I'm trying to do that I share with you, the community, on Instagram, on social media, and everything feels out of reach. And we are so used to, getting this idea of these people, these self-made people who sacrificed all their time and this and that, but we don't really focus as much on the right people they met, And yes, I do believe a lot of people spend their time in what you call like a skill-based purgatory, where, people have to put in the work. But I also want to give a message of consolidation where you can realize that God is doing the 99%. You just have to show up for the 1% every day. And that 1% is going to hurt. And if you don't put in that 1%, it's going to show. Faith without works is dead. But God, your higher power, your higher power is connecting dots that you can't connect. And just to end with this, I realized something else as well, and that is when we are overly eager, and I use that word specifically, to achieve a certain goal, when we lack patience, and with anything, with relationships, with wanting to have a deeper relationship with yourself, with God, with someone else, when you find yourself overly eager, that is not the intention of God. God never does things overnight with anything. And spending time next to this tree behind me, I always think about how many years it took for the tree to come out of the ground, and patience, and knowing that if you show up for that 1%, God is going to deliver the 99 if you have that faith. And sometimes you're not gonna deliver that 1%, but I wanna say the willingness, true willingness, it makes one hell of a difference, and self-compassion as well. That's enough from me. I hope you have an amazing week ahead.